Discussion time. Come on, grab your mics. We'll talk about some random crap with power stars and the skeletal minion. The fun will never end. It's discussion time.
Women, people with non-binary genders.
Welcome.
I don't discriminate. I'm a good person.
Welcome.
I'm on Tumblr.
Welcome, living human beings.
I'm on Tumblr. I don't discriminate. Did I ever tell you about the conversation I had where it's like
You have to censor that.
Damn it!
Oh,
already.
We already got
saying Dororo's name. It's become a tradition.
We already got the ball rolling.
Got it rolling right. But yeah, Dororo and I we were talking about Tumblr feminism, and I think I had a joke like, "Are you on Tumblr? Yes. Do you consider yourself a feminist? Yes. Are you a Tumblr feminist? Oh hell no!"
It's like no.
No.
That reminds me of that one video you showed me at Tumblr. It's like, wait, are you a straight white male with a penis, and you're perfectly okay with having said penis?
Get out. Did you was that Welcome to Tumblr?
Yes.
I gotta show you the rest of those. I gotta show you Welcome to fanfiction.net. Jello Apocalypse, good guy. Look him up. Ethan put his name down so I remember to like put it in big flashy letters on the screen. Barry edited it.
Look him up.
Look him up.
Look him up.
In your
kids.
in your local phone book.
What was his name? Jelly something?
Jello Apocalypse.
Jelly something.
I remember. Yeah though.
We're back.
To the shack.
No.
In the Mac.
Wait, yeah.
Catching some flack. Shaq was just the easiest rhyme, dude.
Oh, damn it, yeah, hanging out with Shaq.
Hanging out with Shaq in the shack.
Hit him with a baseball bat.
I think somebody actually did make a remix of Back to the Shack called Back to the Shack as in Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh my god. I just might have to listen to that.
It's on one of the fucking All Things Weezer tribute albums.
Ah.
That's the fucking forum I'm on.
Alright. Let's save the album of the podcast for later, even though we have that the first thing.
Yeah, should we talk about life stuff first like we usually do?
Oh yeah, we should.
What?
Alright.
As a band, we've decided we need new material because we've been playing the same 3 songs for like a very long time.
I don't even know how long.
So we're starting to write and like.
Well, you're starting.
Motherfucker, one of our top priorities is your riff.
True.
Yeah. I wrote a cool thing last night.
Oh, you know what you can do? I'm gonna give you more work. You can edit in our amazing new band photo, which we have.
Oh my god, yes. I'm not even gonna comment on it. Just
put it up.
Let it sink in. By the way, oh no, I'm gonna comment on one thing.
I edited it.
I'm the one on the left. Ethan's the one on the right. Our drummer is the one in the middle.
There we go.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yes. Already, you're leaving me a lot of stuff to edit.
Yeah.
It's like 1 per minute.
Woo! No. The first 2 things you decided to edit yourself. One because you name dropped, and the other one you specifically asked me to.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Are we good?
Making fucking work for myself here. God.
Oh, fucking life stuff. It's fucking goddamn summer.
School's as of the time of this being recorded, our last podcast isn't actually on YouTube yet because I still need to edit it a little bit.
Because that was huge.
Yes, it's called the Long Ass Cast, and it was recorded like during right before the last week of school, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know. It was like school was still in session.
Yeah, and now it's not. It's London! Yeah! I'm thinking when I do that joke enough times, I'm gonna have to make a montage. Just a fucking inkling montage, because we referenced it last episode.
Oh, we did.
That's the part I still need to edit. I gotta find where I say to leave a flashback to it.
Alright, no, but I mean, like, material for the band, and like...
Soon, if provided we can, like, basically like master the 3 songs we have now. We're thinking about making a SoundCloud.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping to get like at least one of those songs on SoundCloud by the end of the month.
End of the month? Yeah. I thought you were gonna say end of the summer, and I'm like, more than that.
Well,
I want to get at least like our first 2.
Yeah.
By the end of the summer.
Yeah.
We're not gonna spoil the titles yet.
Oh gosh.
Because they have amazing titles.
Oh, amazing titles.
These aren't actual titles, but as examples of what they're like, it's like "Fuck the System" and "The Day That Cuomo Died."
Can we discuss that for a
Can
second?
we discuss the day that Cuomo died?
So,
Okay, I started playing Weezer bass riffs.
No,
as I
it
do.
started. It started when the 2 of us were hanging out with my girlfriend at her house, and I said, "Johnny, I have a proposal for you," and you said yes, and I said, "We can cover any Weezer song," and your eyes lit up, and I said, "As long as I get to do the vocals and just trash them," and you know what? You agreed to it.
And so we took out like 5 birds in one stone, and for 11 minutes we recorded.
It was like 10 seconds and 48. No, it's like 10 minutes and 48 seconds.
Close enough, but for nearly 11 minutes, me and our drummer just played a bunch of Weezer songs while Ethan told a horrible story over them.
I believe it involved Hillel Slovak being resurrected and then defecating
It did.
on River Cuomo's grave.
Yeah, because he died.
And having my 6 children turn into Spider-Man along with myself. And
I don't think we got that part recorded though.
we didn't record that part, but I mentioned the Spider Children.
And what songs did we play over
We
it?
played Pork and Beans.
I started with Pork and Beans. I went into Beverly Hills, Island in the Sun, and I yelled Dip Dip. And
we played Hash Pipe.
El Scorcho. We finished with Hash Pipe.
We finished with
because
Hash Pipe.
I play the Hash Pipe riff so much at band rehearsal
Excessively.
that it's become a joke whenever I play. We
Pretty much.
made it like the Jaws theme, so it's like
Wait, I have a bass here.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just wrapped in the towel.
Yeah, cause it's my girlfriend's and I don't want to like F with it too much.
Right. Yeah. But essentially, it became like the Jaws theme, like, oh my god, it's coming. So it was like.
I don't know if they can hear that, but keep going. Yeah, just progressively faster and louder. Alright, put it back. Don't ever touch it again.
Keep your filthy hands.
No, but
Filthy mitts.
I enjoyed it because you do all the singing in the band. Mostly because I'm not confident enough to sing.
Well, like, we're trying to get songs that you can sing. I'm thinking, like the thing you wrote, like, if we could ever write good lyrics to that, you should sing it.
Ah, yeah. Probably.
That's like your song, bro.
It's your song, bro.
It's a song, bro. And then maybe, like, occasionally you could sing one of the 3 we have now, because, like...
Maybe. I'd have to remember the lyrics, but...
Right, I wouldn't even mind having you sing, like, the one I like from time to time.
Ah, you see...
If you want to.
If you want to. I feel like that's the one I know best. I love how vague we're being. You know that one song you like?
Yeah.
That's vague for a reason.
I mean, yeah. We'll tell you when the SoundCloud.
What else? I've taken a new approach to summer.
I'm fucking sorry. New approach to summer?
I'm taking a new approach to summer because I realized like the day we got home from my girlfriend's, it was the first day of summer. I was like, man, I just don't want to do absolutely nothing during the summer.
I mean, yeah.
So there's this thing called Couch to 5K, and it's basically like you just run, and it's just a exercise schedule. So I'm doing that with her and her mother. I'm doing that with her and her mother.
Damn, and you and your exercise.
And I've been eating slightly healthier.
Ethan! What the hell?
I am appalled!
I've eaten slightly less healthy since the summer rolled around.
You see, I usually do, and I wanted to prevent that.
What? It's so. You got. What the fuck?
You're being good with your life. Come on, man.
It's summer. Summer is the time when you do a bunch of irresponsible shit that you know you're going to regret later.
And I also, I've done it for about 3 days now. Have you ever looked on TV for commercials for that website like Lumosity?
Oh my god.
It looks so stupid.
You know why I'm familiar with that website?
Why?
Your ex linked it to me.
Really?
Yeah, before stuff happened.
Great.
So I have a tainted view of that website.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's exactly what they say it is. It's like, here's a bunch of, it's basically puzzle games.
Right, I know. I've been on it.
I don't know. It's just something to do.
I guess.
As long as it gets me, like, not just...
Pissed off that you're being productive and trying to become a better person.
It won't last long.
I was thinking about attempting to get a part-time job, but I don't know. I was gonna ask my mom about that when I feel like not being lazy, but I don't know when that's gonna be.
Well, I'm trying to think, cause I mean, just in the general area we live in, there's a lot of stores.
There's a lot of fast food, like decently close to my house.
A lot of fast food. Oh yeah,
like,
even close to your house, like.
Yeah, like I could bike to Burger King if I want to go a little farther. I can bike to Culver's.
Oh yeah, the one in Little Canada.
Yeah. And last time I was there, it was with Dororo, and I saw a sign that said like we're hiring, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
I was like, oh.
Can we see the waveform for that for a second? That's amazing.
But yeah, I mean, money. I kind of want money, so part-time job would be good.
Money. Yeah.
Cause then there's a bunch of shit I want. I want music. I want a Wii U.
Well, you see.
I want fucking Splatoon.
That you didn't do it right.
Inkling.
That
Splatoon.
That was better. You better stop that.
There's two hits in this episode that'll be in the montage.
You see, Johnny, I have a great reason to get a part-time job, but I'm just lazy. You see, I have a girlfriend.
Man, fuck that shit.
And I've heard, I looked it up on Tumblr, so it must be true, that girlfriends want gifts. So.
Well, didn't she like get you moving pictures yesterday?
Yeah, she went to the Electric Fetus and
did she just get you the CD?
Yeah, I believe so. It was like Moving Pictures and like Indestructible Object, which is an EP from the Giants.
Ooh, you should send me both of those.
Yeah.
She's cool.
She's very cool.
Yeah.
No. Exactly.
Nobody's gonna get that.
And not until we release it. On our double album greatest hits in 2032.
Wait, just so only the greatest hits that came out in 2032.
Yes.
Not from other years.
No.
And there's 2 discs of them.
Yes.
Hot damn.
It's gonna be like 2 really good songs, and then the rest is just like filler.
Isn't that most albums though?
I guess.
Yeah, I think I was sort of spoiled when it came to music because I was into like the Beatles and the Chili Peppers, and it's like all their albums are pretty solid. And then so sometimes when I listen to like an album from a band I'm not too familiar with, I'm like, it's not like consistently amazing throughout. Like, what?
Well, I feel like here we go again. Here we go again with me starting a conversation about Weezer. When you talk about like Perfect Situation or like Red, you're like, you're like, it's an okay album. I mean, it's got like 2 really good songs and then the rest are crap. And I'm like, then why would you say it's a really good album?
No. Red though. Red is like a little more than half is like amazing, like
Okay.
probably like Blue album quality almost.
Huh.
Like, but the other songs are just like, a lot of people hate the other songs. I think they're just okay. Like, I'll listen to them, but I'll never like specifically choose to listen to them.
Yeah, you see that makes
Like
sense.
even Troublemaker I'll sit through.
I call it because my main mode of listening to music is just having my phone on shuffle.
Right.
So I call it the shuffle effect, and that's how I choose what I favorite on Last FM, because I listen to a song and I'm like, now if I were on shuffle, would I skip this?
Right.
And if I wouldn't skip it, I usually favorite it.
And then, well, there's also songs that like they come up on shuffle and you're like, oh, pleasant surprise, but you're not going to be like, oh my god, I have to listen to this song.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You see, that's why I think I'd call Red a good album, whereas like some of their other albums I'd call bad, because like Hurley, there are about 4 songs I really like, a couple I can tolerate, and then some I'm just like, what the fuck?
Alright.
Like if they come up on shuffle, I actively skip them.
Yeah. Alright, well, we had a Weezer discussion for the podcast. Are you happy? You fully satisfied?
Are you fucking satisfied with yourself, Johnny? I was thinking of doing a Red album for like a podcast album sometime if you don't hate that idea.
Maybe. I'm actually open to that idea.
I don't know if you'd be too into it, because something I noticed is there's very few guitar solos. Which is a bit of a shame, but it's pretty solid, I think.
I mean, I think that's kind of, I wouldn't say it's one of the quirks. It's one of the quirks with Weezer songs. It's like, oh, it's a Weezer song, and every single one of them have solos.
I can kind of see that. Well, like, from like Red to Hurley, they didn't do many solos, and people were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I feel like that's why people don't like them as much, because like that is a quirk, and actually they're pretty good solos. Like I'll give them props.
If Weezer knows how to do one thing right, it's solos. Like even on like worse songs.
Even if it's just like the vocal melody, they're usually really good.
Oh god damn it, Green Album. For those of you who don't know, all the solos on the Green Album are just the vocal melody.
No, like I was seriously thinking of just Island in the Sun. I like that solo, even though it works just the vocal.
It works on some songs. It works on like Island. It works on Hash Pipe. But like for the entire second half of the album, it's like, can you not do anything different? It's like, fucking really, dude?
Alright,
Weezer.
Alright. On the subject of music, should we just jump into our only other music-related thing? Maybe we will do album of the day first. We didn't announce it before, but we
we decided I would pick the album, and I just gave like a list of choices to Ethan, and he's like, something by Smashing Pumpkins, and then we chose Melancholy and the
Infinite Sadness. Might I say?
Can you mark when we start talking about that?
Yes.
I'm thinking about starting to like timestamp these things in the description.
Might I say that the title of this album and the cover art of the album highly misleading.
Yeah, it's not terribly sad. If anything, it's kind of angry.
Yeah, it kind of, how would I describe it? It kind of reminds me of like, Great Giant song. I don't know what I was gonna say. But it was interesting. Like I said, you've listened to Siamese Dream, right? You've listened to Siamese Dream.
Yeah, not terribly hard, but I've like passively listened to it a few times.
But I've never heard like any Pumpkins, so like I had to listen to the album a couple times because like just his voice.
Well, I'm like used to the singles and whatnot, so like I know what his voice sounds like. I'm like, oh, that's Billy Corgan.
No, but like I didn't even hear like, what was it called? The fucking really good single off of this. It's like butterflies and something.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
I think Tonight was also a pretty big single.
Really?
Yeah.
That was
Tonight has a music video, so.
That was good. I enjoyed that.
That's one of my highlights.
Let me tell you, when you were first like, all right, here's Melancholy. I did not expect it to be 28 songs.
Didn't I tell you it was a double album?
No.
I didn't tell you it was a double album?
No. So you gave it
and
to
each
me.
disc is like a fucking hour long, so it's
But-
like here's 2 hours of music.
But I will say it's nice.
I like it.
I enjoy
It opens with like the instrumental,
Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, and
and
it's,
when I first heard that, I'm like, oh, well that's not what I expected.
and then like Tonight
is like
really
pretty
good.
gentle.
And then we get to Jelly Belly.
I can't even remember what Jelly Belly is.
No, do I.
I'm gonna just preemptively.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have this so I can listen to the beginning of each song so I remember what like each one is.
But like.
Okay, it's just a fucking blast of distortion and drum hits.
Pretty much.
That's how a lot of songs on this album start.
Well, no, Jelly Belly was nothing special. I do like the ones I remember.
I remember
most,
liking Zero, but I can't remember what it sounds like.
Zero is good.
I remember really, really liking Here Is No Why.
Really? I don't remember it, honestly.
It was a ballad.
Maybe.
Yeah, Zero was good.
I remember liking To Forgive. That was.
Oh, To Forgive was really good, yeah.
But we mentioned this early on listening to
Here Is No Why is really good.
We mentioned this listening to it very early on, but it's amazing how efficiently they can like switch gears from two extremes.
Oh yeah, because it goes straight from Bullet with Butterfly Wings to Forgive. And
Yeah.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings, if you've never heard it, it's basically a typical grunge song with like a really loud, powerful chorus.
And I like it.
And it's probably one of my favorites off the album, if not my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Probably because I knew it beforehand and really liked it, but and then it's followed by To Forgive, which is like a ballad.
I honestly don't remember liking it too much, but I would like to point out that this album has a song titled "Fuck You." And in parentheses, an ode to no one. And I would just like to have like a slow clap for that amazing album title.
Inkling!
Stop.
3 times for the montage in one.
Stop.
Yeah. I really like Love.
Do you know what I really liked for some reason? I liked Porcelain of the Vast Oceans.
That's one of the songs I can actually remember the tune of, so yeah, I liked that one.
But
I remember...
do you know what's so weird about it?
What?
I feel like it's like the best. I feel like it's the best long song I've ever listened to. Cause like I would like to relate it to like I know you haven't heard it, but I would like to relate it to Baito and the Snow Dog, which is off of Fly By Night, and it's like 8 minutes. But you listen to it. This is what makes a good long ass song to me. You listen to it and you can't tell that it's 9 or 8 minutes.
Right, like examples of that.
We had this discussion last
podcast. Yeah.
didn't we?
Examples like White Stripes, Ball and Biscuit.
But that's only
I'd say
like
Only
6.
in Dreams. Yeah.
That's only like 6.
Still, I thought it was only like 3 or something. I was like, wow.
But this is like crazy
this is
long
9 minutes.
songs.
Well, if we're gonna go for longer than Only in Dreams, it's 8 minutes and I never notice.
I guess so. Second disc.
Wait. Fucking Take Me Down. I like that one.
I honestly don't remember it.
They had another band member sing it, and I kind of remember it. It was good.
Oh, you see, I remember one of them sounded weird, like it was a different band member.
Right, you're like, that's not Billy Corgan.
That's not the miserable voice I know. I'm Billy Corgan.
He's not even fucking English.
Do you notice how I just noticed kind of looking at the album that it's kind of like a hill. So it starts out with like really quiet tracks, and then most of the ending of the first disc and the beginning of the second disc are heavy, and then it sinks back down.
And I feel like it's like mixed up a lot because, like we mentioned, it goes from like Bullet with Butterfly Wings to Forgive, and then the last song on the first disc is Take Me Down, and then if I remember right, Porcelina is also pretty mellow.
Yes, it's like kind of like a slow rock. I wouldn't.
Oh well, that's why they had another band member sing it. A different member of the band wrote it.
Oh, and I guess you wrote Farewell and Goodnight as well.
And those are two songs I really like.
Did you ever notice that it's kind of like The Wall, where like Farewell and Goodnight ends with like the piano riff and Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness?
Oh yeah, I think I noticed that. I'm like, is that the same piano from the beginning of the album?
So it like cycles.
I do like when albums like go full circle like that.
No, the Wall is the best example because that's just amazing.
I feel like there's other albums that do that, but I can't think of them right now.
What do I like off the second disc? I remember it was 79 being really 1979.
Yeah, that was a single, so that's like one of their better known songs.
We Only Come Out at Night was pretty good.
We Only Come Out at Night was awesome. I was like, oh, this is cool. I think I like Through the Eyes of Ruby, but I can't remember it right now.
No, do I. I remember really liking By Starlight, which is another ballad.
Yeah. I was playing last night. I was listening to it while playing like TF2 or something, and I was like, "What's this song called? This is really good." And then he said Starlight, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, there was a song with like Starlight in the title."
Not to be confused with Starlight by Muse, another great song.
Not to be confused with Starlight by Weezer.
I don't actually know if that's good because I don't know what it is.
Green Album B-side. Anyways, moving along.
I'm sure there's like what was I thinking of? I noticed that there's a lot of songs called Dead. Because there's a Pixie song called Dead. There's a They Might Be Giant song called Dead. I think there's a Muse song called Dead.
There's Dead Inside.
Oh, there's Dead Inside.
I can't think of that many songs called Dead. I did notice there's a Punkin song called Love on this album, and there's also a John Lennon song called Love.
But that's also two extremes.
Yeah. Love and death.
If we ever make a song called Love and
it needs to be immediately followed on
yes,
the album
exactly.
by death.
Or we make like Love the beginning of the album and Dead the last song of the album.
Yes. Farewell and Goodnight was really good.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorites on the album. I like how they gave like each band member a line or two.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was like, is that a different voice? And then they had like the bassist singing. I'm like, that's a girl.
That's a girl. But
I didn't like a lot of the bass lines on this album. Like when they came through, I was like, oh yes.
Of course you noticed that. I really don't notice that.
I didn't notice it a lot. I was like, damn, this is good guitar. But whenever I heard the bass, I'm like, damn, that's good.
I don't know. I feel like I really don't. I do with like bands I listen to a lot, but I really don't like to. I don't want to say dissect because that sounds too extreme.
Right.
But I don't like to like pick it apart when I'm first listening to it.
Well, the thing is, like, a lot of the time, I'm specifically like, where's the bass? And I try to listen for it. But a lot of the time, I don't, and I'm just listening to it. And, like, I'll hear a song that I've heard for, like, months at a time, and all of a sudden I'll just be like, oh, damn, that bass line. Or, oh, damn, those harmonies.
Yeah, you see, that's why I like picking apart the music I listen to a lot. Because it's like, oh, well, I never noticed that.
I do that a lot with, like, the Chili Peppers and Weezer.
And it's really good to do that, I've learned, with Giants, because there's just so much going on.
Oh, yeah, especially if it's a band that has, like... I'd imagine if I listened to Foo Fighters more, I'd like it a lot because there's 3 guitars.
There's 3 guitars.
And then Beatles as well, probably, because they have a lot going on in some of their songs.
A lot of...
Like, especially their later stuff.
And...
Oh, yeah, like layered harmonies. I listened to, I don't know if I should bring up Weezer again, because we've already mentioned them like 3 times, but
just do it quick.
Okay, I listened to The Good Life last night, and there's harmonies during the chorus that I never noticed before.
Yeah, you see, it's little stuff like that.
Exactly, it's
that
like,
always gets me.
Or in Chili Pepper songs, sometimes I'll just be listening to it, and it's a song I've listened to for like a long time, and I really like, and I'll just hear like Anthony say something in the background, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, I never noticed that.
That happened.
Especially on a Stadium.
Oh, yeah. So, wrapping up Melancholy, it's one of those albums where I really don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's good.
It's an album where I don't love it, but I like it, and I feel like I would regularly listen to it if it wasn't 2 hours long.
Yeah. Like it's got some really good tracks, and like...
Right. I was debating just making, like, taking my favorite tracks from both discs and just making a 14-song playlist.
Cause like literally my first time listening to the album, it was more like adjusting to the voice and everything.
Right.
And then the second one was actually listening to it, and I listened to it a third time because I just enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think in total.
And that's very uncommon for me.
Yeah, usually you're just like, yeah, I listened to it like twice, and I'm like, I listened to it 5 times. And then I think I listened to it like twice or 3 times specifically for this. I listened to it before, like, passively, because my internet went out once. And like I was my computer was broken, so I was just hanging out in the living room listening to music.
Yeah, you see, that's the advantage of owning physical music.
That was my brother's albums, and I think that was actually the first time I listened to a lot of Chili Pepper stuff.
Really?
It was the first time I listened to, like, By the Way and Stadium. And, like, I didn't even like them that much because I'm like, I don't know any of these song names, so I can't identify which ones I like.
I think we're good on that. We're good on that. Shall we continue?
Yeah. What's next?
I mean, I guess the new set list for... We're going back to the age-old subject.
Okay, put that down.
We're going back to the age-old subject of fucking Guitar Hero.
That seems to be a staple of our podcast at this point.
Yeah, well, until the games come out, I'm pretty sure it will be, because we don't have any way to buy the games.
Yeah, apparently Rock Band isn't currently coming to PC, but it might be, and if it does, I might buy it. But I'd have to get instrument peripherals that work with PC.
I was gonna say, how would that work? Like,
yeah, they said there's no plans to bring it to PC, but if like there's enough demand for it, they'll do it. And I'm like, okay, if it's not coming to Wii U.
Yeah, you were talking about, like, yeah, they released a few new Guitar Hero songs. I'm like, oh, I'll check it out. And they released a lot.
It was more than I thought, because, like, I knew they released, they announced, the only song I can
Buddy
remember.
Holly.
Yeah, Buddy Holly. I can't remember.
Holly.
I can't remember any other songs from the original list.
Which, this starts my... Originally, when the first Guitar Hero set list came out, it was just, like, hate.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is this?
And when we released more of the set list, it kind of turned into a love-hate thing. Yeah, because we got like, Buddy Holly, we got
Higher Ground. We got fucking Tenacious D Tribute.
Which is DLC for Rock Band, but it's... But we also have, and this
Buddy Holly was already in the rhythm.
They have, like, My Songs Know What You Do in the Dark, which is a very poppy Fall Out Boy song. Everybody Talks, which we had that discussion.
It's very poppy, but I like it.
Yeah, but the point is it's still poppy.
It's like the most poppy thing I would listen to.
They're fucking like Chop Suey, if I remember.
Yeah. And then on the other
this amazed me. I was just about to get off their site because it has a shitty site. Because like it's
very laggy.
It has a crowd in the background, but of course like you can't process it very well, so
You're right. It's animated. It's like a GIF or a video or something.
A GIF. Okay.
No, it's GIF.
Let's not even get into it.
Like choosy developers choose GIF.
Let's not even get into it. But this is true. You saw this and you stopped me. You're like, wait.
Yeah, because he was scrolling back up, and I'm like, wait, go back down. Fucking Skrillex.
There's a Skrillex song.
Bangarang. Okay.
Which I think I'll give it credit. Honestly, I've listened to Bangarang probably once, but
I liked Bangarang.
Isn't it like?
Isn't it the one that has like the bass drop be like a girl yelling, "Oh my god"? Because that's the only Skrillex song I actually know.
I bet we could talk to Miles about it.
Yo, Riley, which Skrillex song?
Yo.
What up, bitch?
I mean, that's how he greets us.
No. He greets me just by yelling my name.
Oh yeah, of course.
But no.
But how?
To its credit.
Honestly, I'm very curious as to how that's gonna work.
Well, I mean, it's not like this is the first time Guitar Hero Rock Band has had like a song that like, when you think about it, doesn't really.
Like, give an example. Give an example.
Please. I know Rock Band had, I believe, Poker Face's DLC. It was some Lady Gaga song. Oh, it also had Still Alive as DLC.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious.
Oh yeah. But you see, I can see that working.
Yeah, Still Alive works, but yeah, they had some pop songs. They had fucking SpongeBob songs as DLC at one point.
Really?
Yeah, and those still had actual instruments though. It wasn't like dubstep where it's like, where's the guitar? Well, I see where the bass fits in.
Well, if I'm, yeah, I like to imagine like how every Guitar Hero game has like the thing. It's like no vocals, like. The guitar is like 2 little tiles, and like drum is like 5 little tiles, and the bass is like all 10 tiles in difficulty.
Well, oh yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean. No, Bangarang might work, but the thing is, the vocals would be boring as shit. Cause you get to yell, "Oh my god," but after that, you just get to stand around.
Yeah, like
and guitar, what the fuck are you gonna do with it?
Honestly, I feel like I don't have room to say anything because I have no idea what it sounds like.
It's dubstep. Every dubstep song sounds the same.
Wow.
Well, no, they sound different. But they're so fucking formulaic.
Let's not even get into it.
I've listened to a decent amount of dubstep.
And they're
very formulaic.
They're not releasing much for Rock Band, right? Like they're not releasing.
No. I don't think there's been a setlist update. There was one like video game news site that said that maybe they're gonna announce a bunch more at E3, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I could see that.
I mean, it's fucking E3, dude. Which happens to be our next topic.
Oh, segue!
Oh shit! We're good at this.
Oh, podcast.
Wow. That was very anticlimactic, thank you.
I mean, it wasn't as anticlimactic as like, oh. But yeah, E3, we are going to hopefully.
Electronic Entertainment Expo? Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
There we go.
Yeah, though.
We actually have the site pulled up.
We have talked about how we made a video for E3 last year and just never could upload it.
Yeah, we never. Well, no, yeah, because it was just so laggy and.
It was bad. Anyways, this year we're gonna try and make a good one.
Ooh, this is the last time I'm seeing. This is the first time I'm seeing a couple of these. Like they're making another Deus Ex. That's interesting. I played.
Fucking Farming Simulator.
I played.
God damn it.
Did you see the fucking commercial on TV? They have it for consoles now. Like, how? Like, it's a joke. It is literally a joke. What else? They got a new Batman game. That looks cool. Yeah.
Does it have the season pass bullshit?
Maybe. I honestly.
Street Fighter 5.
A new Street Fighter. They got
Street
Guitar
Fighter
Hero
5.
Live on here. They're making Black Ops 3, which confuses me.
Black Ops 3.
Please stop. my
Kung Fu Panda. Oh, they have a Kung Fu Panda game.
My brother surprisingly plays a lot of Advanced Warfare because we have that. This interested me because I completely forgot about Disney Infinity until I realized they bought Star Wars and they have Star Wars characters in Disney Infinity.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. I can get behind that.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't want to get too behind it because I feel like
get behind me.
I feel like it's very much so Disney being like. I'd like to compare it to this. It's like Rareware. Right now they're in a shitty place and they haven't released anything interesting. What they could doubt Star Wars characters being in this Disney would be the equivalent of someone buying back Rareware and they're just releasing a shit ton of like Banjo-Kazooie and Conker games, which would be awesome. But I feel like there's that like aspect of it in the back of my head that's like they're doing this for the money because they're like, well, people obviously want these, and they'll pay money.
Disney's obviously doing it for the money, but on the other hand, from what I've heard about Disney Infinity, it has like a lot of care put into it. So
Really?
It's not like just, oh, we're gonna fucking rush release some Star Wars characters. It's more like, oh, people want Star Wars, so we'll take our time, make some Star Wars characters, and then we can make shit tons of money off of that.
Yeah, because like when you think about it, honestly, people are like, man, Disney did ruin Star Wars. But when you think about it, Disney is a huge company.
Disney actually handles most of the properties pretty well.
And Star Wars is a huge franchise. Like, even if I was like the most like money grabbing like Disney executive, I'd be like, dude, this is Star Wars. If we fuck this up,
exactly, the backlash would be unreal.
I mean, we've discussed. I've said this a million times, but the new Star Wars movie is just not gonna. It's just not gonna get great reviews because there's just an immense amount of hype.
Right, that's the thing. When you hype something up that much, and I don't even think they're hyping it up necessarily ridiculous amounts. It's just
no, they're not hyping it up. We're hyping it up.
Exactly. The thing is, they're just like, oh, where's the new Star Wars movie? And everyone's like, holy shit!
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even need to hype it up. You can just say it's happening, and people will be like, holy fuck.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Speaking of hyping it up and E3, they officially announced Fallout 4. I'm good at transitions.
You are good at transitions today.
Fuck yeah.
Good. You get an imaginary cookie.
Oh, dude, an imaginary.
And my non-imaginary heart. Here, let me go get that out of my chest for you.
Alright, thank you.
You talk about Fallout.
Oh, no, come back, man.
Okay.
You can at least have some sort of discussion about it.
I'll just sit here and say yep a couple times. I don't have much experience with Fallout.
No, but like, have you at least, what do you know about Fallout?
Very little. I've seen some videos about Fallout, and that's about it.
It's a very big franchise. I would say, I was gonna say it might be bigger than the Elder Scrolls series, which is also made by Bethesda.
I'd say so, overall.
If
Skyrim is bigger than like most of Fallout, but
yeah.
Elder Scrolls in general, I'd say Fallout is bigger.
No, but they officially announced that. But really, I don't know. Because personally, I really like the 2 Fallout games that Bethesda has made. I mean, there's
3 in
3 in New Vegas.
Okay.
The 2
There's
that
another company with the first 2, right?
Yeah, that was Black Isle Games.
Okay.
And they were like top-down PC kind of things.
Right, because I heard Fallout 3 was like entirely different, basically.
It was entirely
like
different.
Just complete overhaul.
They pretty much redid the entire series.
I do know that like the original company was making a Fallout 3, but that never really came to fruition. It was like Van Buren.
Yeah. But I enjoy them, but honestly, I just haven't put enough time into the 2 Fallout games that I have. So I feel like if I were to just play in the 2 Fallout games I have, actually the 3, because I have the original first Fallout. If I were to just play around in those, I would have shit tons of fun. But like, because Bethesda's good at that.
Right.
They're good at making like insanely huge worlds, and I feel like it's kind of, but if I were to buy Fallout 4, it's kind of biting off more than I can chew.
I can see that.
And
it's like, well, I mean, this one game. Well, wait. When you like beat a Fallout game, is there just like shit tons more to do? Is there like a
It's like
amount of post game?
If I'm saying this correctly, because honestly, I haven't played a Pokemon game in years. It's like a Pokemon game where you complete the story.
They've been kind of lackluster on the
really
post game. Well, wait. apparently, I haven't finished the main game yet, but apparently Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire have like an entirely new like story.
I believe my sister has done that, but I'm trying just any open world game.
Well, wait, would Gold and Silver be a good example? Because like after you beat the main game, you can just explore all of Kanto again.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has like post game that's like nearly as big as the main game.
No, I'm trying to or bigger. I mean, like I'm trying to think of a game you have played that's kind of like that.
I haven't done much open world.
I mean, I guess
I'm a Nintendo fanboy.
Then let's go with like.
This is not the reason we should do the Steve family sharing, so I can play your games.
Then let's go with like Super Mario 64 or Ocarina of Time, where it's like, all right, the story mode's done. You can go do whatever the hell you want.
Right, but is there more stuff to do after that?
Yeah, there's like shit tons of side quests.
Okay, so it would be the equivalent of beating Pokemon, and after you beat Pokemon, like there's still a consistent amount of shit to do, like rather than it just being like, well, here's the world the way like you left it. It's like, no, it's still changing. There's still stuff happening.
Yeah, and here's also the thing. Because I think this just shows how great a company Bethesda is, that people are still playing Skyrim. When was that released? It was released like 3 years ago?
Pretty good.
And people are still playing it. Like that's saying something, I feel.
You know, whenever someone mentions Skyrim, I'm like, that seems like a good game, and then I think of the paid mod bullshit.
Oh.
I'm still mad about that.
Oh god. Yeah.
I'm still fucking salty with Valve.
I don't know. That's
for another time.
That's all I have to say about that.
What else do we have?
We have Project M.
Project M? Oh yes. For those of you not familiar with Project M, it's a mod of Brawl.
Yeah, this seems very. That was a very unsmooth transmission. Because I feel like throughout this entire podcast, we've had really good transitions, and it's like, what do we have left? Project M.
What are we doing now, Harold?
What, Harold?
Fucking Harold over there. Project M. It's a mod of Super Smash Bros. Brawl that essentially aims to make it like the physics and whatnot more like Melee. So what it does, also just more competitive in general. What it does is it changes some of the stages to be less gimmicky. It adds some stages from the older games, and it puts Roy and Mewtwo back in.
Oh. Yeah, you got like what, a week ago?
Yeah.
And you brought it over, and I'm like, this is interesting. So I downloaded it myself, and like, I mean, my brother and my sister, who are both actually really good at Smash, I would say they're both not significantly, but they're both better than me, because I just don't play it.
Right, I don't play it that often, to be fair.
Yeah, my sister, and I keep mentioning her. My sister is in like the 4th grade. My sister mains Mewtwo because it's like this new character, and she's been getting really good at it.
Right.
And of course, she fucking loves Pokemon. So.
Right. I never even really liked Mewtwo that much, but when I used to like play Melee all the time when I was a kid, Mewtwo was like in Melee. He was my main.
Didn't they announce Mewtwo for Smash 4?
Yeah, it's DLC. They put him out. I'm waiting to get a Wii U until I download him.
Yeah, I mean,
then I can buy both simultaneously.
We must have talked about it on the podcast, but Nintendo's doing a damn good job with their DLC.
Yeah, even the fucking like
because it's not
free
excessive.
to start, but you have to pay to progress shit. They're doing good with that because you don't have to pay to progress.
No, but Project. I don't know why we did this as a subject. There's not much to discuss.
I don't know. I just
feel like it's good. Do you know what?
Good.
Do you know what I just thought of?
What?
Over an intense amount of hype for it for the past couple of podcasts, Splatoon was finally released.
Inkling! It was appropriate that time.
Fine.
I'm waiting for this week.
I've heard from a couple people that it's just like, yeah.
What?
Well, like
but the hype train.
The way Catechris The way Chris described it is just like it's not life changing, but it's fun to play.
I can see that, yeah.
Like,
I haven't seen any like reviews of the game, but I've seen like people I'm subscribed to playing it, and it still looks hella fun.
Yeah, I honestly haven't looked at much gameplay.
Yeah. Do you know what they announced they're bringing to Splatoon as free DLC? The NES Zapper.
I think you told me about that.
It looks awesome.
And I forgot about it. That's awesome. I love little bits of
I know
nostalgia.
I know there's like an enemy like in the single player mode of Splatoon there's like an enemy that's based off the octopus. And so in one map they have a sprite for a blooper from Super Mario Brothers to represent the squids, and then they have a sprite of an Octorok to represent the octopuses.
I think it's interesting they even have a single player, because I like to think of it almost as like, this is probably a terrible comparison, but I would like to think of it almost as like Call of Duty almost, where it's like you buy the newest Call of Duty game and it's like what the fuck are you doing playing the story mode?
Well, it is like that because it's centric on online multiplayer, but Nintendo still added a single player mode for like extra shit. And it's cool.
And I think that which I will say Call of Duty has latched onto that, because you can unlock stuff for multiplayer in the single player, which is good. Like, you need those, especially in shooters these days. You need incentive to play the story.
Right, and then probably I might be entirely wrong on this because like the gameplay might be really simple, but probably playing the single player would help improve you like during multiplayer.
Well, you see,
help you like sharpen your skills.
You see, whenever I play a shooter, I always do that. I always play the single player because it's like, well, this might not help me extremely because you don't have much experience with this, but really comparing like single player AI to actual people online, there's a lot that differs. And
totally.
That's obvious.
Definitely.
Because I feel like single player is more your actual skill, and multiplayer is a combination of your skill along with just like knowing humans. Like,
right. It like I'd say single player is almost entirely skill based, and multiplayer is pretty much equal parts skill and strategy.
Yeah, just like knowing what other people would do.
Exactly.
Well, what did I just think of? Last night I watched Inglourious Bastards. That's a Quentin Tarantino film, and there's a beginning scene where there's this like Nazi general, because it's about World War II.
Yeah.
And he's comparing to the Nazis as an eagle and comparing to the Jews as mice, and he's like, you see, whenever we search the houses, we still think like an eagle. We check the barn, we check the attic, we check all the places we would hide. We don't think of where the mice would hide. And
that's a clever analogy.
Yeah, it's very good. It's a Tarantino film.
I gotta watch more Tarantino films because I don't know if I've watched any.
You have to at least watch Pulp Fiction.
Didn't he also make Kill Bill?
Yes.
Okay, so I gotta watch.
Bill,
I'm definitely watching those too.
Jackie Brown, Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards. That's all I can think of.
Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill are like things that I like. Oh, I gotta watch those, and then if I like those, I'll watch the others.
But no, it reminds me of that. You kind of have to put yourself in the perspective of what are people gonna do.
Right.
I think we're good. We got a decent chunk. We got a decent chunk
considering
done.
how long the last one was.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's good to have this one be a little shorter.
All right.
Woo!
What do we usually do at the end of these?
I usually do something stupid and loud.
I feel like we should do shameless plugging. You just got a Twitter.
Oh, should I make a song?
Oh God. Yes, I'll do the bass. I'll do the bass. Ready? What are the chords?
Hang on. A E G D.
A E G D.
Wait. fucking channel. Ethan also has Twitter, I think. Click the link. Rhymes.
Click the link.
Times. Mimes. Slimes. That's pretty good.